Welcome to the Lighthouse Theater. Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Ricardo Mayorga, 5'9" tall with a reach of 69 inches. And he'll be facing Emanuel Augustus, who stands 5'7" tall with a reach of 68 inches.
Todd, this is well anticipated. I'm so looking forward to this tear-up. These two are really up for it. You know what? Nobody believes they're gonna lose.
Ricardo Mayorga, willing to fight anyone and everyone, faced some of the best boxers in the division. Who could forget when he beat Vernon Forrest in one of the biggest upsets of the year to win a world title? And here is Emanuel Augustus, former IBA light welterweight champion, the Drunken Master.
I'm so excited for this fight. There is no nonsense here.
And now we toss it up to the world-renowned ring announcer, Mr. Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Managua, Nicaragua. Introducing the colorful two-weight division champion of the world, El Matador, Ricardo Mayorga. Fighting out of the blue corner from Chicago, Illinois, please welcome the battle-ready Emanuel Augustus.
Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
You can hear everything. Can you imagine being a fighter walking into this? We're going to see that any minute now.
No doubt about it. This was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. Nope, that jab not going to score. Couldn't land that jab. They exchange punches. Welcome inside this unique environment, a beautiful theater, ready for a fist fight.
Todd, I love theatres. For all these reasons, you can hear everybody in the crowd. You can hear the punches actually echo. If you're not fighter coming in and you know you're in such an intense atmosphere, you know the pressure is going to be on.
Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Can't find a home in that jab. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? These two fighters are made for one another. A perfect counter lands. Let's talk about Ricardo Mayorga in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes we just saw.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on the fighter. Get out there and get the job done.
Good man, good man. Just say him again. Don't change too much.
You're much better than this guy. You're much better. He's not...
On to the second round. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter doesn't just want to win by knockout. They want to do it early so they can get out of here.
How you deal with a slugger, you've got to use brain over brawn. Bull in a matador, pop, jab, move. Get them angry.
And he scores with the counter. That jab won't score. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Can they figure out the combination to this save?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Timing beats speed. Speed beats power. Catch and shoot. Swing and a miss with the jab. How about that time counter shot? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Mayorga in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up.
Switched off. What are you doing?
Bell rings and we start the third. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter punch caught him clean. We've seen this fighter in the past go 12 rounds and not have a mark on their face. That's what happens when you stick and move, you hit and you don't get hit.
If you're an outside fighter, you've got to use that straight jab, the straight right hands, the straight left hands. Doing it that way, it makes it so awkward for anybody to try and pin you down or even predict which way you're moving.
Both men step back for just a moment. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. You'd like to see more jabs. A lot of fans know how quick these lighter fighters can be, but tonight, don't be surprised if these don't pack a lot of power. And Augustus goes to the canvas. I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
Shot from the guts, took him out.
Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. Let's talk about Emanuel Augustus in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but... And there's the bell to start round 4. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Nice counter shot. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Good counter punching. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Not a lot of defense here at all. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Oh, and Augustus might be ready to fall down. And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, a very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Mayorga in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Come on, you're better than that. You've done all your work all the way through camp.
You can't miss it. Great work. Stay focused.
And there's the bell for round 5. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
Sometimes when you get nervous, something that's so powerful, you're thinking, you've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket them.
The jab not finding its target. Nice counter shot. This fight has a real good flow to it. Nice counter. Punch, counter punch. It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
There's a counter shot. A straight right just misses. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Mayorga in that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
His round. You've been...
Start sticking in a few body shots in there.
There's the bell to start round 6. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
That jab misses. Blocks that left hook. Nice counter punch right up the middle. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
These two were made for each other. Beautiful counter punch. That counter shot lands. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Couldn't get out of the way of that uppercut. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ricardo Mayorga in that last round.
The fight's not over yet.
There's the bell to start round 7. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Those counter punches have to hurt. No rest for the weary. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Mayorga in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
I need you to...
Otherwise you'll see it.
And they're back at it again here in round 8. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Perfect counter shot. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Well, Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
straight right just misses. Back and forth they go. They both want the knockout. Has to be careful for that. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Mayorga in that last round. As bad as boxing. Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
He threw a punch and just got countered. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The straight right just misses. Mayorga is hurt. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Mayorga in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it.
That's it. Now breathe.
And here comes the 10th round. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward, seemingly with endless energy, John.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Oh, and this is really gonna rub him the wrong way. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter-punching.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit, and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Nothing like a little taunting to get your opponent riled up. Down goes Mayorga. I don't care how good your chin is, a punch like that, and you're going down.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
talk about Ricardo Mayorga in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown is going to be we just saw.
You're being put down, you've got to think right, survive and then give it back the next round.
I'm happy. I like that round. Good work. Just stay.
To focus on what you're doing. You don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on.
Keep smart. You were thinking. You were smart. You were...
Get back behind your jab. Basics. Just get your rhythm back and then we go again. Switch on, switch on. You've been coasting this fight. Now you're going back into it. Now...
Just get him on the end of the jab. You're getting your time in already.
Go out in the first minute, stick him on the end of that jab.
This is the 11th. We've entered the championship rounds. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Nope, that hook won't score. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Throws the jab, but doesn't score. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. You've got to relax.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Mayorga in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
To win this fight, I need you to switch back on. Get
Beautiful, that's it.
There's the bell for round 12. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is...
Whoa, hold on a second, Johnny. Augustus is clipped. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Good counter punch. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Counter punch. Beautiful counter shot. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Punch, counter punch. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Misses with that uppercut. Nice counter punch right up the middle. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. And Emanuel Augustus doesn't beat the count, and it's over. Let's see that again.
I need to see that again.
Are you okay? You're out.
It happened. You saw it here live. A knockout win. Congratulations.
Accuracy, power, punch perfect. That must hurt.